Hello and welcome back. Welcome to this week's Twin Flame Tuesday. Divine Feminine Goddesses Rising. My fellow Twin Flame travelers. Heads up, still got a little bit of a dry, scratchy throat from the detoxing I've been doing with my sinuses. And you should definitely check out yesterday's video of my new self-care routine. That is really, wow, having a very, very positive impact in my experience of really clearing these things out and getting that out of my body so that all that stagnant energy isn't continuing to affect and infect my current and future experience, right? That said, my name is Rochelle Richard, and I guide you into and through finding your power in every moment through learning to love that which is yourself. And one of the ways I do that is by utilizing divination tools such as oracle cards, which amplify my own inner guidance, in addition to open me up to receive so many amazing messages for myself, for you, for all of us. We all have this gift, dear goddess. We all are connected. We all are intuitive. And as this experience progresses, as your awakening continues, especially my fellow twin flame travelers, your gifts are going to become more and more amplified. You're going to need to be loving yourself more and more and more, because you are going to become more and more sensitive for a reason. Because you've got to be able to tap into that sensitivity and utilize it as it's intended, your guidance system. All right? That is what intuition is. It's that inner knowing. Even I just had that moment of going, There was something that I was like, oh my goodness, with my own coach saying to her, I don't know, is this what we want? Is this right? Because remember, those of you who have been following my journey, I've been in the midst of a rebrand. And huge change, like big, like no more trying to fit into this clean cut corporate. No, just, really truly letting myself free more. Because as an entrepreneur, we tend to have this disillusionment that I need to be somebody I'm not, in the respect of I need to fit in that box, instead of not forcing myself to fit into any box, because you don't belong in a box. It's kind of like, that's why I love, and I am grateful we are getting back to that again. I love when my twin flame would call me baby. And some may find that degrading. However, at the same time, some goddesses want to call their husbands daddy. So, like for their own. So it's our own choice. That's what I'm saying, is it's our own choice. What resonates with you, dear goddess, that is your power. So for me, one of my beautiful and blessed things is when my love calls me baby, because it reminds me, I always think of Dirty Dancing. Nobody puts baby in a corner. So don't let the world, especially yourself, put you in a box, because you don't belong in one. So now that we've prefaced that, dear goddess, this is our twin flame specific reading for what you need to know in finding your power in your connection now. And remember, I say to all of, I say to all of you, a reminder, you may get tired of hearing me say that a twin flame journey is ultimately a self-love empowerment journey. And we're going to go ahead and dive in, because you see that right there? What was I just talking about? When you open yourself up, and that seems to definitely be a bit of a theme this week in terms of the miracles aspect. When you open yourself up for miraculous experiences, something that is outside of what you would perceive to be normal or perceive to even be possible. We've not really been taught about our intuition and the power that it has, that it gives us when we tap into it, when we connect with it, when we trust in it. Only you know your journey. goddess. Only you, and especially as twin flame travelers, let me say right now, there are so many false mentors out there. People want to talk about false twin flames. I do not believe in such a thing. I personally have come to find those to actually be just karmic relationships that you thought was a twin flame. Okay? And that can happen. All right? Believe me, I've even wondered at times about mine, but no. It's been constantly affirmed for myself in my knowing that with certainty, I know RV is my twin flame. There are some days when I kind of like, really? I don't know if I want that anymore. Today is not one of those days. I do have those days. Okay. All right. Goddess. Now, that is the key though, is you growing more and more trusting of your own inner knowing. And that's what I was saying about the false mentors is number one, a true twin flame mentor is never, ever, ever going to tell you yes or no, that is your twin. Only you know that answer within. Number two, there was a number two. That was the biggest one though, was again, them telling you, number two is that unless that person is actually on the journey, they're not going to get it. They will most likely misguide you and lead you perceivably astray. But saying that, I want you to understand that you're never off your path, because clearly on your path, you need to learn that lesson of discernment. Okay? You need to be discerning of what your own inner knowing is. And that's huge right here, right? So find that strength within yourself. To trust yourself, to rely upon yourself, to know that every decision you make is the right decision for you in that time. If it doesn't turn out how you perceive it should, and one of my favorite mentors, Marissa Peer, oh my goodness, she talks about how the word should is shit. I loved when I heard her say that. Should is shit. Okay? Should is a manipulation tactic of the ego. Stop. All right. You are the only one that is blocking yourself from seeing how strong you are. You are. And I don't even know why I got off on a tangent about Marissa Peer. Other than to recognize that you have the power within you to make your choices for you. Only you know your journey. So you've got to find your strength within yourself. You've got to allow yourself to see the strength within yourself. Okay? And trust that intuition. Know that no matter what, you are strong. And that was where I was going with the Marissa Peer, is that regardless, even if it turns out how you feel it, should have, that was where the should came from. Even if it did not feel like, you don't feel like it turned out how you felt it should have, recognize that it turned out how it was supposed to. Because either way, especially if it turned out how you didn't want it to, that means you need to learn something. That means you get another piece of that puzzle so you can make the changes necessary to get a different result next time. Every part of this journey is you gaining knowledge. Every part of this journey is you looking for and finding your power and taking that shit back, which means you've got to look for where your power is. And your power is not going to be in going, oh my God, it didn't turn out how I want. Believe me, my own mean girl victim self has her fun with that at times. And then it's recognizing, going, wait a minute, shift, change, pivot. What is this teaching me? How has this helped me to grow wiser and stronger today than what I was yesterday? You get to choose, dear goddess. You get to choose. So choose to trust yourself. Choose to recognize that that power is within yourself. Nobody else. And when you give your power away to another, then guess what? You're going to feel powerless. That's just how it works. And most likely, this stems from past lives, not just this life, right? We are healing in this life so many past lives, so many past lives. We are healing trauma and pain from this life. I know for myself, I definitely am. But you see, when we continue to tell certain stories. You've got to look at the deep, deep seated beliefs that you hold about yourself. You believe you're unworthy, you're not good enough, that money is the root of all evil. If you believe any things that contradict what you desire, and especially you can tell that this is something that you adopted years and years ago, most likely that is past life karma as well that you have brought into this life. Okay? Now, look at that. Look at those things that you speak about your experience that contradict what you desire. Because I assure you, there's a lot of healing to be done there. Okay? Stop being against yourself. Okay? This is the lifetime where you get it straightened out. So get that shit straightened out. Okay, goddess? And I'm here for you. I'm here to support you in looking for and finding your power right here and now. That is what I do. That is my purpose here. You know, and as you take back your power, as you heal these past life wounds, you remove those blocks. You remove that heavy energy. You remove those things that have been in your way and blocking you from being in flow. You begin to surrender more. You begin to trust more. You begin to tap into that intuition and take inspired action. And then more and more you experience this beautiful flow. You experience more magic, more miracles. Because you are the catalyst. You are that point of attraction. And that clearly is a theme for this week if you watch the Sunday Signs video for this week. Okay? The objective is to get into alignment so things can flow. Alignment with your twin, alignment within, alignment with the business you want to create. I know for myself it's been challenging because I know I've definitely been second guessing. There's, my own sabotage, right? That I work through. I'm on this journey with you, dear goddess. This is why also I say I am a self-love empowerment coach, not a twin flame coach. However, that whenever I say that, it's like, but wait a minute. I know for certain a twin flame journey is a self-love empowerment journey. So I guess you could say I am a twin flame coach. But I know that the only way to come into union with our twin is to come home into union within, to get into that flow, that alignment. So life just flows. And then when you are with your twin, right? When you are with your twin, you're able to break those cycles that have been sabotaging any past relationships. And heaven and mercy for us right now is to break the sabotaging patterns that when those of us who run our chaser phase, separation phase, right, we come back together, we see, oh shit, we gotta work through those patterns, and we get split apart again. That has definitely been my twin flame journey with my twin flame. Where we come together, we start out okay for a moment, and then boom, we get hit with the patterns. We get hit with the saboteurs of our subconscious programming that we ourselves have to be the ones to say, I'm being different this time. I'm doing different because I'm choosing to be different this time. So how can I break these cycles that have been sabotaging the outcome I desire? How can I break these cycles so that I can stop sabotaging my twin flame reunion? How can I break the cycles? What are the cycles? And that's important, is that listen, awareness is where it all begins. And I have said this for years now. Awareness is where it all begins on your self-love empowerment journey. That is the door that opens you up to everything else, because you cannot change that which you are unaware. So you cannot break a cycle if you don't know that it's a cycle. You cannot break a pattern. So when you can actually become aware of something, that's first and foremost, that then you have already in that awareness taken back a chunk of your power just right then and there. Because guess what? It ain't going to slip by so fast next time, is it? However, this becomes the challenge in this, and a challenge is an opportunity for growth, is that when that pattern comes back around and you see its ugly face, you may want to implement another old pattern, which is to beat yourself up about it, right? Well, that's yet another thing you got to break, the cycle. Because does beating yourself up get you the result you want? Imagine you are your twin. How would you be with him? Huh? It's time to break the cycles, goddess. But you've got to become aware of them first. And then give yourself grace. Okay? Have patience with yourself. And I want you to celebrate when you become aware of a pattern that's been sabotaging you. I want you to celebrate. Why? Because imagine all of those who are not aware that they are not aware. So break those cycles by stepping in to your awareness, allowing yourself to see even that. Holy moly, we're not playing that game. Yeah, we're not doing that, guys. That would have us going here for too long. We're going to see what else we need here. I'm like, universe, come on now. Let's, well, okay. Oh, this one flew all the way over here. Well, as I have said, oh my goodness. The only way into union with your twin is to come home to union within. And look, our very first card, intuition. Tune in. Tune into you, goddess. Tune into you, because as you, oops, I hit my little tripod there. As you tune into you, you'll break those cycles. You then allow for that flow to happen. You will have finally healed past life karma through breaking these cycles, and you will be growing stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger in your experience here and in your intuition, stronger in your inner knowing that one day there won't be any other, I'm not even going to say it. I'm going to be good with my sentence enhancers. Initials MF. There won't be any other that will be able to knock you off your path, that will be able to infect your knowing of what is true for you. Because, dear goddess, your journey is your journey, just as your twin flame journey is your journey. And as I've mentioned, no true twin flame mentor is going to declare that they know your twin flame journey. Now, clearly, it's the same for all of us in the respect of you have to come into alignment within yourself. You have to come into union with yourself. You have to come back home to you. You've got to be so in your power that when, and this is how I visualize to our twin flames, is that we each have to be two solid, stable pillars to be these uplifters of humanity together. Because if one pillar is weak, it's going to crumble. Your twin flame mission. All right. So each one of us independently. And the only way to do that is to go inside, look at the inner structure and make sure that it's solid, it's strong. All right. And all of that is inside you. Inside you. All right, dear goddess. And that's why I say every time too, is that the power is and always has been in your hands, because it's always been inside you. Inside you. All right. So that said, dear goddess, that wraps the twin flame Tuesday reading for my divine feminine goddesses rising along this twin flame journey with me. And as I've said before, remember, a twin flame journey is the term twin flame journey can be literally swapped out for self-love empowerment journey in most contexts, because a twin flame journey is a self-love empowerment journey. The only way to come into union with our twin is to come home to union within. Okay? Intuition, inner temple. It's all inside you, breaking the cycles, flow, getting your chakras aligned, getting that energy to flow inside of you. All right? That said, dear goddess, to book your own private video I use Zoom. I utilize Zoom. Your own private video intuitive clarity coaching session with me. You can do that at empowermentexperiences.com/ICS for intuitive clarity session. I've added coaching in there recently because I'm like, I like that. And I'm not going to change all my links everywhere. And I don't know how to do a forward thingy. That's above my pay grade. Some special 504. I don't know. Anyway, that said, you can book your own clarity session. You can also just order a mini reading as well, which I provide those via email or a private message on certain platforms like Facebook and Instagram, where I can private message. I don't tend to private message so much on TikTok. I cannot send a picture. So I could not send a picture of your reading on TikTok. That's why I say I will do mini readings through email, Instagram, and Facebook messengers. That said, to order any of those, to claim any of those for yourself, for greater clarity for yourself, that is, again, an intuitive clarity coaching session at empowermentexperiences.com/ICS. Remember, dear goddess, the power is and always has been inside you. And I am here to support you in reconnecting with that, in finding that, in amplifying that, in rising into your power, aligning with union, aligning with your twin flame mission, just as I am, in spite of what my twin is doing on his side. I'm doing my thing because I know my mission here. And when you know your mission, you can continue on no matter what your twin is doing. Because again, dear goddess, you are here to fulfill your own purpose. All right? I will see you in the next video. That said, be sure to check out Thankful to Thrive Thursday reading. I do 3 YouTube video readings every week, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursdays. And you can get mini readings on my Instagram and my Facebook pages, as well as little mini readings on TikTok. All right. That said, go create amazing, dear goddess. The power is and always has been in your hands. Namaste.